Guess what I just finished doing? I just finished uploading a full week of vlog footage. I can't even tell you how many fun things are in this vlog. Okay, my parents come into town. So we explore so much. We go shell hunting. We do DIYs with shells. Just so much in one single video. And what I think I'm gonna do, I've seen some of the girlies doing this format where they kind of like recap their last week or just the vlog footage that they have and like talk you through it. I'm gonna try that. I saw my girl Aspen do it first. Shout out to Aspen. I'm so excited, but I leave for Nashville tomorrow. So we're kind of having like a last hurrah night tonight before I leave for 5 days, and then I come back and they'll still be here. But quite excited to have a night in, just a cozy chill night. We're gonna make opah soup, which is my mom's dad. She loves opah soup. I love opah soup. So we're gonna make that tonight, probably play some cards. I need to pack up, get ready to leave. And so next vlog is a travel vlog. Just so much going on. Speaking about opah soup, I actually do need to pull out some meat to thaw for tonight. We need to eat a meal at home. We've been eating a lot of just cheap eats out. Lots of tacos and ice cream. You'll see the amount of ice cream we get out. Brace your heart for that one. It is actually crazy to me how often we go through two things: breakfast sausage and our steaks, because of opah soup and our date nights at home. And so thankfully, I just got my next butcher box. Y'all know this is how I get 90% of my meat. This is how I've gotten 90% of my meat for so many years now. I'm getting to work with them on today's video because they have a crazy promotion. They will run the most insane promotions. I have a code that's gonna get you $20 off of your first box. It's Michel. But if you're watching this video when it comes out, if you order by May 8th, they're running a promotion where in their box, they will give you 2 free filet mignons in every single box for a year. We have a fancy filet mignon date night at home probably twice a month, and we look forward to it just as much as when we dine out in a restaurant. But if you're watching this video after May 8th, there's a different promotion. So from May 9th through May 22nd, if you order a box, you get to choose between 3 things. You get to choose between salmon, steak tips, or chicken breast for free in every box for a year, yet again. If you care about quality meat, like free-range chicken, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, wild-caught seafood, things like that, finding that locally, especially in California, is so expensive. It's just the easiest and most affordable way for us to get the quality of meat that we want. Filet mignon, more like slay mignon. Don't worry, I hate meat too. I've been lately doing a mix of my favorite breakfast sausage and ground beef. These come in packs of 2, but I'm going to use 1 of each of those for our soup tonight. Get those thawed. We always get filet mignon. I actually got 4 this time to maybe do a double date night with mom and dad at home, cook a little fancy steak dinner. I got a beef tri-tip roast, trying to play around with some new cuts. Also, for a different steak night, a strip loin. And then to mix it up, I got some lobster meat, wild caught lobster meat, of course. I like going to this place in Boston. We are definitely going to leave some of this to thaw for dinner tonight, and I'm quite excited about that. Okay, let's start a little recap. Y'all know I'm a sucker for a theme. I love a themed party. I love having an excuse to do a little too much for absolutely no reason at all, no occasion. And I had this idea of just having a girls' night mermaid party and having aquamarine on the TV, heating the pool, and just like making it girly and cute. I didn't get too much, but I got something. I got a couple inflatables. One of these is a floating cooler for drinks, but it looks like a giant like mermaid tail. I also last minute ordered a $9 pump because I figured with all of our pool floaties, I should own that. This is so excessive. I can fill this with cute little spritzes. Oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than I thought it was. And then I got this pearl shell situation. These are things that I will keep and I will use again, which is why I justified it. And everything else is very cheap. I just got basically streamers and bubbles that will make it look like we're under the sea. And I need to decide if I want to hang that around the TV outside or somewhere in here. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm really excited. The pearl is a little pool ball. It's removable. I took the theme a little too far. I also have seen so many TikToks about people making like boards, like themed platters, and everybody brings a themed platter. And I was like, is it weird to mix those 2 themes together for one party? Yeah, but we should do it. I accidentally always want to do more than I should. Because of that, I think I'm doing 3 boards now. I think I'm doing a green board because I wanted to make sure that we had fruits and veggies. I want to do a s'mores board to have out by the fire pit. I got different chocolates and desserts and things that you can use to make your own s'mores, and then I'll have little skewers. And then I want to do a butter board with the 3 different compound butters that we made. Guys, I'm going to use shells as the bowls for the dips and the olives. Whenever I do party things, I just Google the whole time. I'm currently toasting a second round of crostinis over here, and then that will complete my 3 boards. I definitely need to put out some like sort of little plates and napkins. I'll probably put this out by the fireplace. And I need to go stock my drink floaty because the ice got here. The funny thing that happened is normally Jordy does all the pool stuff. I just don't really know it very well. But one of our filters had to be replaced. So we had our guy that like helps with the bigger things come and replace the filter. And I told him about my mermaid party and he was like, oh, we will get the pool spick and span for your mermaid party. He came 3 days in a row to do like extra treatments and stuff. And then I told him that I wanted to heat the pool and he told me how to do it. What I didn't realize is there's a panel that you set the temperature, but then there also is a separate panel hidden on like the heater machine where you set the temperature. So I set the temperature to 90 degrees. So I thought, I didn't realize that the other panel is set to 102 degrees. So I turned the whole pool into a hot tub. I'm really nervous to see our gas bill after that, but it was a lovely time. A couple days later, because I was filming a lot in the days between, I did have some errands that I had to run. I had to go make some returns because I did a little oh, that video's out. I'm curious to know how y'all feel about the Michel investigates video, but I had to return some of those things because definitely cannot justify keeping all those things. So had a big ol' errand day. I'm not gonna lie, my brain is feeling insane right now. Like so I'm filming 5 full YouTube videos in 4 days and 2 campaigns. And then my parents get into town tomorrow and we overlap for a few days, but then I go to Nashville for 5 days. So just like thinking through all of that and also just getting so many things filmed at once has been thrilling. But I also feel like my brain is like, girly, what are you doing? I have so many things I need to go donate. My office is a mess. From cleaning the house and going through everything I own for that yard sale. I have returns to do to Reformation because I ordered some things for a video, but the closest Reformation is like pretty far. So I accidentally got rid of the original packaging and I think you need to mail it back in the original packaging. So I think I just need to take it in store and can't go all the way into San Diego without getting a blue bottle. That's just essential. Them's the rules. I don't make the rules. Not like an hour-long drive for a 10-second return. They did that so fast, but I purposely parked at the far other end of the mall because I love walking this mall. It's just such a beautiful outdoor walk. So getting in some steps, but let's go get a matcha for the drive home. First sip of a iced matcha from Blue Bottle in so long. Oh gosh. When I used to live next to this in LA, I would go literally like 4 times a week. It was bad. It's just as good as I remember. But also they sell their matcha. So occasionally as a splurge, I will just buy their matcha powder and then they use Oatly. So it's pretty easy to recreate at home. It's just their matcha powder is a little bit expensive. But maybe I should go ahead and stock up on that here pretty soon because it is really good. Okay, this will fuel me for the drive home. Probably gonna be like an hour at this time of day. Hello, it is many hours later. It is the evening. I love these late sunsets. Oh my gosh, it is so nice. But crushed a ton of work and then I very last minute booked a Pilates class. I don't normally go on this day of the week, but since I'm about to leave town, I've just, you know why? You know why I've loved Pilates classes? I have all of my best ideas when I'm working out. All of my recent video ideas have happened during Pilates. So that's been my main benefit. But here's a little incredibly cringy, but maybe fun behind the scenes. Jordy is in Nashville currently recording his next album, which is very exciting. But they're doing a song today, and he said, hey, can you send me BGVs, which is what the musician crowd call background vocals, basically harmonies for the song. And I was like, no, I am not a singer. And he's like, please, it would be special. And I was like, how? Like, I don't have any equipment. And he's like, literally, you could just record it on your phone and it would be totally fine. So I just gotta figure out A, what the harmonies are, and B, how to record it, and C, how to not hate myself. And I've tried everything. And I've tried everything. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I'm clearly stressed. Okay. Nothing feels like you, and I've tried everything.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Okay, whatever. I sent in some options, but I titled them all Chorus 1, Option 1, this wasn't my choice. Chorus 1, Option 2, I'm not a singer. Chorus 1, Option 3, this was Jordan's idea. Chorus 2, Option 1, RIP, sorry guys. Chorus 2, Option 2, still not a singer, okay. I have 5,000 things to do tonight, and I have analysis paralysis. Maybe I'll just eat dinner first. That brings us to the day that mom and dad got in that night. I had some other campaigns I had to film throughout the day, so I didn't vlog a ton, but thankfully was able to really deep clean the upstairs and get the upstairs ready. And Max was so excited to have May in town. May is my parents' dog. She is 12. May's gonna be here in 30 minutes.
Oh, there they go. What are they doing? Bye.
We actually got May the day that I got my driver's license, or like the week, because I remember so vividly posting on Instagram that I got my driver's license and then posting on Instagram that we got a puppy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've peaked. But Max and May love to hang out. They get along really well. So it always makes me happy to have her here so that when we're out and about, you know, adventuring at the beach, whatever, they have each other. So I love that. This brings us to Saturday, Sunday. We literally both days stayed out like 10, 11 hours. We would just come home in the middle to take the dogs on a quick walk and then head right back out and go on another adventure. Okay, the number one thing that we wanted to do was find shells. We wanted to find shells that we could decoupage to create little gifts of like ring holders and such. Brace yourself for the craziest shell I've ever found.
This one would have been perfect, but it's broken. I don't know, do you want it?
I love that color. It's beautiful.
You can keep it if you want. I'm gonna try to hold out for some whole ones. Okay. Oh my gosh! I did! Wait, I gotta go wash it off. I don't wanna get my pants wet. It's perfect! Oh my, look at the pearl. Not for our project, but we have to. I gotta rinse this off. We gotta see it in its glory too. We just walked I worked up an appetite. We walked quite a far ways, and I think we're gonna go get a little brunch and play some cards at, I think we've decided on Wildlands because mom and dad haven't seen it. But this shell, I cannot wait to go home and clean it up. Mom thinks I should bleach it. You think that will get the outside? Yeah.
There's a lot of like seaweed and stuff kind of. It's actually crazy. It looks like it has hair. Like, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but just the inside pearlescent. Oh, it's so pretty. But then we actually got quite a few that are like big enough and flat enough to decoupage, and I think make some really cute little trinkets for shell dishes and stuff. I just hope none of them break in my bag. Should I put them somewhere else for when I carry this bag around today? But anywho, we also found some really cute tiny little ones that definitely have nothing to do with them, but I have to keep them because maybe one day I can save up enough of these to like do a picture frame or something. Oh yeah. I'm really proud of us. Once we're all desanded, we'll go eat. Okay. Yay.
We just played cards in the Seabird lobby for a while, and they whipped my butt so bad. Literally, they said like what do you think the record was for a loss of a hand before me?
17. You got 17.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
One time I lost by
I would
17.
say probably 12 is the
12 is the maximum they've ever seen anybody lose at this game, and the first time I lost 17 and the next time I lost 16. So, butt whipped. But we just made the best itinerary, I think, for our Saturday activity. We're gonna go split a hand pie at the Top Gun house because all the hand pies there are gluten-free, and Mom and Dad try to eat gluten-free like most of the time. I don't know why y'all do that.
You said because we hate our life.
I told them it's because they hate their lives. And Dad is because Mom makes them. Their words, not mine. And then from there, there's a new spot I've been dying to go in Carlsbad. It's Little Victory. They have a wine market in Encinitas, but they just opened up a little like tapas like restaurant. Apparently the food's incredible, but it's Saturday, so obviously it's gonna be packed. So I'm like, if we get there maybe 5 o'clock-ish, maybe it's before the crowds. So we're gonna try to do all those things within the next hour-ish. So let's go. It's a beautiful day. It was supposed to be rainy, but it rained for what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Perfect. The thing about Chris Janse is this man can't pass up ice cream. He can't pass up ice cream. So here we are. Little Fox, always a treat. It's the best. Oh, that looks so good. This is quite possibly the most satisfying thing I've ever seen. Dad and I were working on this. So I soaked the shell in vinegar and water for, I don't know, 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going in with tweezers, some big chunks. Oh, look at this, watch this. Oh, peeling off all of this just like gunk. It's like seaweed and it smells super fishy, and underneath, can you see how beautiful? It's like pink and pearlescent everywhere. You could have never told me that the shell was this color underneath this. I thought for sure, because I was Googling different ways that the shell could look, and it can be sometimes like a darker brown green underneath, and I thought for sure it was that color. So I'm kind of losing some traction over here. Let's see if I can get like a big satisfying. Here we go. So good to know vinegar works. It's nice not to have to use any like hard chemicals on it. Oh, we're really getting it there.
yeah. So close.
So close. Sunday morning was our craft time. It was actually so cozy to drink coffee, and we watched a church live stream and we did these crafts together. I'm starting on a smooth shell. Mom and I both are starting on a shell that has a smooth interior to try. Okay, so what I think we do is we pick a brush, and I think we just brush a thin layer of this onto the shell.
Okay.
We were joking calling this coastal cottage camp because Dad was like, Kaylin, do you feel like you're at summer camp? And I was like, it's our coastal cottage camp. Okay, then I think it's up to you if you want to rip it, or I'm just gonna rip it or cut it, but you just rip a piece. I'm gonna not get the like perforated part, but you just rip a piece bigger than your shell.
Okay.
And then you kind of figure out where you want the pattern to lay, and you just like lightly kind of push it in, starting at one side and making sure there's no bubbles. This is me just recapping what I saw on the internet, and I haven't done it before, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just gonna trim the excess for now, but I think that after our second coat is when we kind of like break it off, like officially. So this isn't gonna be me like properly trimming it. But the kind of speckled nature kind of mimics the speckled shell.
Oh my gosh, I love the back of that shell.
I know, it's cute.
That's different. They're all different.
No. They've all got their own personalities.
They are. They could make really great little ring holders. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an urbanologist, I studied cities and created strategies.
Well, that works well.
And one of the things I determined, and this was actually 6 years before that, before Kim and I were married, I did some research around the world and looked at, why aren't you hanging over at the beach? Why aren't you checking out Malibu? There's just so many other places to go, but they come in here. And he goes, well, I don't know if I want that. It'll raise the property value. Everyone has a language. And,
we did go to the estate sale warehouse. You're gonna see something I bought. I didn't tell you in this footage that I bought it. I bought this desk. The thing that I'm stressed about is the desk that I currently have in my office. It is so large. So whenever we have a guest stay in my office, it is like there is no floor space. So it's been on my wish list eventually to find a cute vintage desk that I can replace that with, but now I simply do not know how to get the big desk out. It took so many people to get it in, and since then we've built an additional door at the top of the steps. So it might have to either go over our banister
basically to the pool. Or we might have to disassemble it somehow, but then I don't think it could be reassembled. It would maybe just be cutting it into pieces, and I don't really want to do that. So that'll be a challenge for another time. Currently now my office has 2 desks in there. So we found a score there.
Hey, Michel.
Yeah.
What? You're missing an ear.
Oh shoot, I hate when that happens.
We think that this is really cool. We think that this 1930s bar cabinet is so cool. It's very like Gatsby. And it's only $165 for this whole thing. Which for a vintage piece like that is like, look at that.
Just a beautiful day. Beautiful day. So that was my week. That was 5 days of vlogging, but I hope you liked this format. Honestly, I won't get to do this type of format very often because it does require me like completely doing a different work schedule. Thank you guys for your patience, as I know that my schedule the last little bit has been whack. Like I missed 2 uploads because I took a week off to work on producing all these other things because I didn't have sponsors, which was nice that I got to play around with new concepts. And so like just everything has been out of whack. I will say I get to miss 6 more videos before August 1st if I want to. So we might have a couple, weeks that have 2 videos instead of 3, just so I can utilize the few days I'm given. We'll see what happens. Thank you again to ButcherBox for being such a loyal, amazing partner. Like they have been not only a product that I've loved for so long, but a brand that has been there for me through really tough seasons of my life, and that I've been able to go meet the team in person when I was just on a solo trip, and that have the same standards that I have in terms of quality, and they're so just intentional about their ethics, certified B Corp. I love so much about them. I just think that they're a company that's doing a lot of good in the world. So I'll have my link and my code and everything down below. But Michel will save you the $20 off your first box. And then you either get to choose free filet mignon for a year if you order by May 8th, or May 8th through May 22nd. You can choose between the salmon, the steak tips, and the chicken breast. Wow, I'm so impressed with myself for remembering all those options off the top of my head. Okay, love you. Bye.